Hello, all you beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of Ed Talk Sports. Might be a little gray outside. It's raining. It looks miserable out, but every day you wake up, it's a nice, beautiful day, right? Anyway, so today I'm wearing the New York Yankees team shirt. Nothing special. Over the weekend, that's when the craziness is gonna happen. Told you guys over the weekend I'm gonna record throughout the day. We're gonna be, if anybody's looking, and if anybody wants to know, I'm gonna be in section 129, row 27 with my 5 main boys. Anyway, so the last 2 nights, well, let me actually just point out that Knicks and Nets talk, I will be talking about you guys soon, alright? It's just that baseball's in the playoffs, so right now, baseball is going to be the biggest topic to talk about. Once the season starts in basketball, don't worry, I'll be talking a lot about the Knicks and Nets. I always got something to talk about, the Nets especially. So where can we get started? Let's get started with the National League wildcard game. Just picture these stats for a second, right? Max Scherzer, 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 base on balls, 6 strikeouts, and 2 home runs. And the guy who I consider my MVP in that game, other than Juan Soto, was Steven Strasburg, who came in for the first time ever in a relief situation, and first time ever since high school, because I was reading a little bit about his bio, and he used to be a closer back in high school. But in his professional career, he has never worked out of the pen. Anyway, comes in to relieve a gas Max Scherzer, who was, he was getting hit he was starting to get hit, and he was starting to lose command of himself. He was pitching like he pitched in that first inning of the game. Anyway, Steven Strasburg comes in, 3 innings, 2 hits, no base on balls, no earned runs, no runs, 4 strikeouts, no home runs. In a playoff situation, man, especially something like that game, you needed a pitcher to come in and just throw gas. And Steven Strasburg was the one who came in and he threw nothing but gas in that fire. And you had Dan Hudson come in and get the save. Nice and easy, right? Let me talk to you about Juan Soto, though, in that game. Juan Soto play only worked because of what happened prior to that at-bat. Ryan Zimmerman comes up. He hits a ground ball to first base. And they actually did not count it an error. I thought they actually counted it an error. But he hits a ground ball to first base. First baseman drops it. And he was safe. Which I believe that was the play of the game. Because if that would have went any other way, that inning would have been done. Juan Soto would never came up to bat. And Juan Soto comes in, man. I wonder what's going through your mind in a situation like that, especially in the playoffs, man. He comes in and delivers the 2-run single that if he would have stayed on first, he would have been fine. But he delivers a 2-run single and gets caught running from first to second, which, they probably could have scored a little bit more because, that pitcher that Milwaukee had, Havler. Let me read you his stats for a second, right? So you can actually just take a glimpse of it. 1.2 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned. 3 earned because, it was 2 earned. 2 earned because, that error at first base. 1 base on ball, 2 strikeouts, and he finished that 1.2 innings with an 18 ERA. I wasn't watching the game, but I listened to the games. I probably listened to a whole 162 Yankee games, especially, having to listen to John Sterling, which is a blessing every day. It's a blessing whenever he comes in and he talks and he's sportscasting the games. But anyway, that's not relevant right now. What's relevant is that from what I was listening to, and I had a friend of mine call me and say, that guy Havler, man, he was gassed. He should have came out of that game right there and then. After that after that play at first base, he should have came right out. They should have had somebody there for him. And, you know, you had Woodworth, who I think Woodworth actually pitched, he pitched a good game. 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 3 strikeouts, and a home run. You know, I don't think Woodworth did bad. I think his bullpen just completely, his bullpen and his defense just blew it for him. And, you know, it was crazy, man. It was a crazy game. All right, so let's talk about Tampa for a second, right? Only reason why I'm talking about Tampa right now, especially Charlie Morton on the mound. Listen, I do not like Tampa. I probably have the same hate that I have for Tampa that I have for Boston. And I can't wait till next season when I can talk about Boston. I can trash them all day. But anyway, Charlie Morton gives him 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 3 base and balls, 4 strikeouts. The majority of those base and balls were done in the first inning when he came in and he didn't have his curveball command. Because he didn't have his curveball command, the guy threw, I think it was like something like 35 pitches if I'm not really saying the amount that he threw, but everything was I think it was something around there. He threw 35 pitches in that first inning. And after listening to it, I'm like, man, Charlie Morton's gonna come out of this game. Oh, in all retrospect, by the way, I had Oakland in my bracket beating Tampa, and my mind's blown. What I believe is that Tampa's pitching, now that they're going into the ALDS versus Houston, Tampa's pitching can hold themselves against Houston's offense. But I don't believe their offense is capable of holding themselves against Houston's pitching. You know, they're not really that deep offensively. And I talked about that all year with my friends, with people that I know that are relative to the baseball community, that, you know, that was the one thing I had about them, and I was pretty much right about it. I was pretty much right about the opinion I had with the Mets, that if they would have not gone and chased Marcus Stroman and try to outplay the Yankees, and they would have just got 2 guys to fill up in that bullpen spot, they would have been fine. It would have not been the Nationals that would have advanced. It probably would have been the Mets versus Brewers, and I believe the Mets probably would have won. But anyway, that's not relevant right now. What's relevant is us talking about Tampa and Oakland. Anyway, Charlie Morton comes in. That cheater, by the way. He had Pine Tar in that game against the Yankees. I know you guys remember that. Comes in, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, no earned runs, 3 base and balls, 4 strikeouts. He did a great job, I gotta admit. But the real MVP to that game, Yandy Diaz, bro. Oh my god, I can't say his name. Yandy Diaz. The guy went down July 23rd, and he got activated 2 games before the end of the season. And I'm sorry, for him to come in that game, and the first 2 at-bats they had against Sean Manaea, home runs, that's all you needed pretty much for the game, because Charlie Morton had it locked down afterwards. You know, I think Oakland should have sent out a different pitcher, to be honest. I don't think Manaea had what it takes. I mean, you know, it's the same problem they faced last season. Only last season, you know, it was their bullpen that gave it up against the Yankees. But Manaea, look at his box score at the end of the day. 2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 runs, no base on balls, 5 strikeouts. 5 base on balls, 3 strikeouts. My bad. Read that wrong. I have it noted down here. I don't think the guys should have opened that game. They should have done something else. They should have gone with somebody else. I'm sorry, I really didn't research Oakland's starting rotation, but I know they would have probably came out with a different pitcher, especially in that atmosphere in Oakland where we can never win. You know, they could have won. And I'm bringing out the key things that I think were the reasons why they lost. You know, it's fine. It's fine. Manaea gave up 4 earned, right? 4 earned. Petit comes in, 2.2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run. 1 earned, 0 base on balls, 2 strikeouts. You know, when you're down 5 runs, especially in the playoff game, it's pretty hard to come back. That moral, and especially when you have a dominating pitcher like Charlie Morton. I'm giving him credit. I don't like Charlie Morton because of that cheating thing that he had over here on his neck. I know you guys remember about that 2 weeks ago. But anyway, yeah. I think if they probably would have went out with somebody different from the start, I think it would have gone a completely different way. Anyway, guys, before I wrap that up, I wanted to point out. Oh, I actually wanted to get you guys' opinions. I did wind up saying, what did you guys think about Booney and how he handled this season, right? So please give me your opinions on that. Give me your opinions on, especially what I've been hearing, the rumors I've been hearing. You know, right now the rumors, so I don't believe them. I don't believe them until they're set in stone, period. But the rumor is that Callaway is gone from the Mets, and Joe Maddon and Joe Girardi are linked to the Mets. It's just a rumor right now, and you know, the Angels fired Farrell, right? But Joe Maddon is a Southern California type guy. Joe Maddon's gonna probably he's gonna probably sign with the Angels. And Joe Girardi, I heard he's been linked also to the Cubs, to the Cubs managerial spot. You know what I mean? Anyway, guys, let me know your opinions. Let me know your opinions on that whole situation. Who will the Mets get? Who would the Mets get in exchange for Callaway? Because I think Callaway is done. You know, especially about the season that he had, he's done. Don't get me wrong, I think Callaway's a good, I think he's a good coach, but he needs a functional, and I'm sorry for you Met fans, but I'm gonna say it, he needs a functional team to work with and carry. The Mets aren't very functional, you know. That's my opinion. All right, don't get me wrong, but I believe that. But yeah, guys, please let me know your opinions on Boone. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the way he managed this season? Because like I said, I follow a lot of Yankee squads and a lot of Yankee groups, and they all got bad things to say about Boone. Only a few people say good things, especially after the season. Alright, guys, I'm going to end it here. I don't want to really make long videos because I don't want you guys to sit down for 15 minutes and watch a video. I'm over here talking. Anyway, guys, have a blessed day. Be thankful, and I'll catch you guys later. I'm gonna probably post a video probably Saturday night. If I don't post a video Saturday night, it's gonna be Sunday night. It's gonna have to do all with us being at the stadium. Remember, I'll be in section 129, row 37 on Saturday's game against the Twinkies that we are gonna destroy in 4 games. All right, guys, stay easy, stay blessed. Talk to you soon. Bye.